Guys, it's a brand new year here at Redemptive Motorsports. We've got a lot going on back in the shop. We got the Chevelle back. I've recorded a little bit since we've been back. We just got through with a snowstorm here in Georgia. Here are some clips from end of the year last year and a little bit from last week when we got the Chevelle back and all of that. It's December 23rd, right before Christmas. Sterling, Roll are pulling this motor out of this Mustang.
69 Mustang for the fastback, fastback, and just removing the motor, which just ain't too bad on these old school cars. It's pretty simple. The nuts and bolts. Should have it out in a minute.
Yeah, we sold this car for a customer. It was in one of the videos, I don't know, a month or two ago. Cool little car, a lot of chrome on it.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad. F100. Waiting on a tune for it. FJ is still currently here. This is probably going to be the last clip in this video before the New Year's.
Sit down real quick.
So, I'll see you guys next year. Let's just get back into current time. We'll see what's going on. We have the chassis for the Chevelle right here. Drew and Jeremy are doing some little fitment on the Coyote in this 67 Bronco.
Yep, 67 Bronco. Turn off this heater.
Staying cold for the content.
Yeah.
There's the body of the Chevelle, by the way. Looks good. I love the metal flake in this paint. Alright, but 67 Bronco. We have it on the chassis. This one's been in the shop for a little while. Coyote swap.
Everyone knows these things don't really fit in these cars very well. So it looks like it's really just the passenger side right here that we had to trim. So we took off 3/4 of an inch. We ripped it right along the edge. And we're gonna dress this up. Looks like it's gonna fit fine, but you're not gonna be able to drop the body over it with the inner fenders welded in. So we're gonna make sure everything fits. Then we're gonna take the body off, weld in the inner fenders, separate the engine and trans, put the body back on the frame, then drop the engine from the top. Just because these things are just so wide at the top, they taper out so far. Unfortunately, can't just drop the tub over an engine and frame. And we're gonna see. It might go, but I don't think so. It's gonna be too tight. You might be able to shimmy it, but that's the goal there. And then we got the Atlas transfer case we gotta put in. We'll get that bolted in and get some dry shaft lengths. And that'll be the next step on this thing. So after this little bit of sheet metal work.
Absolutely massive engine.
I like it though.
Yeah, it's gonna be super cool.
I'm still down with the Coyote. I think these are cool. So
yeah,
I'm starting to like them a little more.
And speaking of Coyote swaps, we have the F100. This one is pretty well complete. We're gonna be getting a tune for this one here probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Gonna drive it around a little bit and then book some dyno time, do some pulls on the dyno. We're hoping next week. That's what we're shooting for with this one. And then it can hopefully go home. That should go pretty smoothly. We'll know for sure after we drive it around a little bit. Here's the transfer case for the Bronco. Transmission's already in there. So let's get back on the Chevelle.
It's back.
It's back.
We're back. 68 Chevelle that we all saw ripped apart. This was that vinyl top car that we had with stripes on it. And what happened was a customer wanted the vinyl top removed, found rust, that led into quarters, and that led into a lot of other stuff that we found into the car. Regardless, got fresh metal. It's mini tub now. So we went ahead and just threw a lot of nice stuff at it. So they got the mini tubs in from ABC Performance, got all the ABC structure for the frame, and the QA1. So now we went to body and paint. It's back. They let's see, they went ahead and did the firewall smooth and just a couple other little things. So now we're gonna go up, put the body on the frame, get the car back to the paint guys, and then they're gonna put the front fenders, the doors back on, the hood. They're gonna set all the gaps so everything's set. But now at least the engine and trans is already in the car, so we don't have to worry about scratching anything, putting the engine inside the car. Once they're done with it, then we can come back, start wiring, plumbing, basically doing reassembly and then final assembly. So that's it. But yeah, the car came out really pretty. I like the color.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. You were right.
I think it's a little different.
It is. You were right.
I think it's got a little more blue in it.
Yeah.
Versus silver, but I really like this color. I don't know what this color is.
I like it a lot too. The camera really doesn't do it justice.
Yeah, there's some really nice metallic in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the inside's got like a darker blue. I don't know if you can see. You can kind of see the difference. Actually, you can see it better here, Owen. If you look at the dash pad,
oh yeah,
there's like two different blues right there.
Slightly different.
Yeah. So I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a blue and blue car.
There's the interior for it.
Yeah. Stock interior for now, but it's got a killer power plant. Set of forged lines are for this car. And we're just ready to get this thing back together. This is a really cool build, so really want to get this one on the road this year. So
it'll definitely see some asphalt.
Yeah, that's the plan.
It's the end of the day on Monday. Got the body on the Chevelle. This is kind of showing what the fitment's gonna be like. We'll be a little lower than that, and it'll be on forged lines, so it'll be pretty sweet. Jeremy's gotta tweak the motor mounts on this one. What else are you doing to it?
I'm modifying the motor mount from Dirty Dingo to clear the tensioner on the Concept 1 kit. So we're gonna move the engine back. I want to move the engine back a little further, just to give us a little more clearance up front and stop a little bit of weight distribution. So I'm getting all that finalized, and then once we get the motor mount fixed, I gotta cut the hole for the shifter in the tunnel, and that's pretty much all the big stuff I really need to do on my side. Make sure, just bolt it down, make sure everything's good. I'll probably go ahead and put a steering column in it, get it to where you can steer, and then it'll go back to paint. So what those guys are gonna do, like we said earlier, they're just gonna put the course report on, hang the front fenders, inner fenders, the front clip, and get everything with the doors, and then get our gap set. So I don't want to do that because I don't want to scratch the car, but now the nice thing is when we get the car back, we don't have to put an engine and trans in it. Everything is done. So it'll be kind of ready to go. When we get it back, we're gonna be plumbing, wiring, basically start on final assembly.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's getting there, slowly but surely. Drew is working on the inner fenders, clearing it for the engine. Next, we're going to fit up the manifolds and the steering column on this thing. Make sure all that clears. Should be getting the tune for this thing tomorrow. Like I said earlier, we'll put some miles on it, drive it, work out any kinks that show up with it, and then it'll go on the dyno hopefully next week. Right now, we're waiting on the rear end for the Bel Air. We're also waiting on the converter. 434 small block. I don't know if I've said that yet in this video, but if you want to see some more stuff on it, check out our previous videos. And the old FJ will be back on the road soon. Hopefully we will be starting this one up tomorrow if all goes to plan.
that sounded good that time.
So the oil pressure gauge wasn't working.
It probably was working, but you just couldn't see it because there's no indicator. Like the needle itself is gone. It's not even like.
It's not even there.
No, it's not there.
Ain't that something?
That will help. So we did put a new pressure sending unit on it because the customer's like, yeah, gauge doesn't work, blah blah. Can you get a new sending unit? So we just went ahead and ordered one and put one on there.
Yeah.
And then we were gonna check oil pressure. So we're gonna put a mechanical gauge on it to make sure it does have oil pressure. And then Owen's gonna have the luxury of looking that up and trying to find one. Make them, by the way, Dakota Digital for these.
Yeah, we might have to go to Dakota Digitals because some of these parts, man, I know I've maybe complained in some past videos about how impossible they are to find. At least the engine stuff's really hard to find. I haven't tried looking for a gauge yet, but we'll see. Checking the oil pressure. It's not hooked up or anything, right? We got the wheels and the tires for the Bronco. These are Method. I don't remember the model number. 351250 KO2s. I can put the model number like right here or something. They're the classic Methods. This Bronco is gonna be huge. It's gonna be taller than it's sitting right now. And it's in the air.
Actually, that's probably about what it would be. That's a 30. Yeah, it would be slightly taller.
Yeah, it will be. She's gonna be big.
Won't be that much
Already
taller.
is.
Probably another 2 inches taller.
Yeah. Alright, so today is the day that we're going to be firing up the FJ. Jeremy just got the headers fit up on the Chevelle. I don't know if he was just test fitting them. Oh yeah, they're on here. Some Speed Engineering headers. Oh, they've started making a little plaque on there. That's pretty cool. Just figured out, actually, that we thought they sent us the wrong ones, but they're actually the same part number for most LS swap headers. I know the ones for the F body, A body, X body, and C10s are at least the same, but these fit up nicely. They fit nice on the C10s. They're actually pretty nice. I like the little plaque that they've recently added. It just makes it look like a higher quality header, and they work great. Stainless, you know.
Also, inch and 7/8 primaries.
Oh yeah, these are inch and 7/8.
Yeah. So typically on something like this or something 800 or more, you want a 2-inch primary. But they don't. There's not a lot
offer.
of companies that offer a 2-inch primary. You know, they do for C6, like a lot of Corvette stuff they do.
Yeah.
But not on LS swap forms. So this is about as big as we can get without being a $2,000 header. And I think these are going to work great. So we've used these before on another blower setup, so they work fine.
Yeah, we used Speed Engineering headers on the patina truck.
Yeah, all the C10s have Speed Engineering headers, except for the turbo truck.
Yeah.
So it needs 2 of the headers on the turbo truck. It needs a better hot tie.
Yeah, because it's
But
just manifolds, isn't it?
It's just
Hookers?
That Holly, yeah,
Or-
it's that Holly manifold, and it's okay, but it's a little restrictive. It needs, for the motor that's in it, it needs a better hot side that can flow a little better.
Yeah.
But these work great. I mean, they fit awesome.
Yeah, they do.
We had to do some modifying on the Dirty Dingo. These are the adjustable Dirty Dingo engine mounts. So on this side, we had to cut it, and only because this tensioner bracket sits so far back, it's kind of tight in there.
Yeah,
So
I think I showed that before you put it together and modified
cut a
it.
little bit more, and then got that to fit nice. We had it stand up a little tall, and then on this concept, the power steering is really close to the steering box.
Yeah.
So we did get different mounts to raise it, and then this just clears. So we did change that bolt to give it a little bit of more room, and then we may go up a little bit more because this engine's going to rock a little bit, you know, under power.
Big
So,
cam, big supercharger.
yeah, all the good stuff. But that's the only thing that I see that's really tight is this pulley, but I think we're going to be okay there.
Yeah, the headers seem to clear.
Yep, plenty of
Pretty
room for the
good.
steering shaft.
Oh, that paint matched trans jack.
Yeah, it does look exactly the same. Yeah.
So, F100.
We're waiting on tune.
You think we're going to get it
We
today?
keep saying that, but we are waiting on a tune.
Should be really soon, either today or tomorrow, hopefully.
Yes. So we want to fire that up, drive it. We should get the seat back today. So we
Yep.
did change the seat. The football-looking seat, as
Oh,
Owen
pigskin.
calls it. Yeah. Just didn't mesh with interior. There's so much black inside the cab. So, anyways, had it reupholstered. Now it has black vinyl on it. So hopefully we get that back today. Put that back in. We got to modify the shifter
Yep.
because it does have the stock stub from the MT82. So we got to extend that and maybe make an arc. And then that has the reverse lockout on the shifter as well. So we may have to 3D print something to make that work
Yeah.
higher height. But we know people for that, so that's a nice thing. So that won't be too bad. Then we could drive it, put some miles on it, make sure everything's good, take it to a dyno. Probably only needs 2 or 3 pulls because that setup was already running in a car, so it's very close. If anything, it might make a little better power just because we did gap the rings and fresh plugs, fresh valve job, and fresh injectors. So maybe it'll pick up, you know, a little bit here and there, but we don't know what it made before. So.
And a lot more durable internal components like the billet chain guides, new
Yeah.
chain tensioners.
Yep. Yeah,
Just
the whole
some-
thing's been redone. So
Yeah.
everything is brand new in that engine. All the accessories are new on the engine, so that thing should live forever. So it's got 0 miles on it. So I'm ready to drive that truck and see how that feels compared to the other C10 blower trucks we built. Handling wise, it's probably not going to be on par. We don't know. I've never really driven Crown Vic subframe swapped F100. We didn't do that here, but I guess the cop cars handle pretty good.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
do.
So it has a bigger sidewall tire than the cops do, so maybe there'll be a little bit more roll there, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It does have a no limit engineering forward link in the back that I got from Jesse as well. But
Yeah.
I think it'll be good. Yeah, be a
Sweet.
fun little truck. The only thing I don't like about it is it's really loud. We put Borla Prox. Did we put Fireprint? Or I think we put Borla Prox.
Borlas, yeah.
The Pro XS that we usually do on all the LS stuff, and it is not enough muffler.
No, it's loud.
We'll probably have to put some resonators on it, the longest ones we can find, because it is typical Coyote Mustang, almost straight pipe. Oh my gosh, it is really loud. So we'll leave it like this, drive it around. We got to do pulls like this on the dyno just to let it eat, you know. But golly, not hating on Mustang guys. I'm just saying it's not my cup of tea. That's all. It's just a little too much for me.
All right, it's Thursday now. We did get the FJ fired up yesterday, but y'all are gonna have to wait until next week to see that. We did get the seat for the F100. I think it definitely looks a lot better than the old pigskin. Repainted the brackets. It's definitely gonna fit with this interior a lot better, because we've got all black everything in here. Drew has been working on the Bronco, getting the inner fenders tacked up, welded, cut in a little bit. Steering shaft's in now. Raul has been working on setting up the vintage air in here in the Chevelle. Running the bulkhead through the firewall, super clean. But that's pretty much where we're gonna leave off for this week. Definitely got a lot to keep us busy. The tune still hasn't came in for the F100, so that'll be another entry in next week's video. Show you guys the FJ starting up, and hopefully we'll have a rear end for 55 Bel Air. So I'll see you guys next week.